Hello and welcome back to the Max Record official video here today. I am back. Sorry, I've been caught up with school, and I really want to do this video because a few weeks ago, I watched the Bathurst 1000 with obviously my family. Well, really, it was just me and my parents. They're just really watching it. And after I was like, that was the great race ever, because, well, I'm going to tell you about it, and I'm also going to tell you the similarities and differences about the 2014 race that was the greatest race, and 2025, which is probably the new greatest race, and tell you how it put F1 to shame, basically. And I do kind of regret what I said last year about the race. Although 2024 was a bit of a letdown. It wasn't. 2024 wasn't. 2024 Bathurst 1000 was not really it felt like it's just another supercars race. Didn't seem that special, but 2025 was so much more special. And so the first 60 laps of the event were a bit of choo-choo train racing. There was not really that much passes, not much cautions, but when they reached the 60 to 70 laps, we did have one caution, because I forgot who hit the wall. I think it was I think it was like Will Davidson, because, yeah, I think it was Will Davidson that hit the wall. And then they brought out the caution. And then I think the second caution, because Chaz Mustard, because his engine just decided not to live anymore. He also got a beer as well, which is quite funny. And since after the 60 laps, oh man, something went all downhill, literally, with the rain, because the rain just started pissing all over the track, and we didn't get some great battles. It was kind of a snoozer for like a bit, and then for the last 120 laps, oh my god, it was insane. I think there was more like I think if some of the cars stayed out, I think there would be like 8 in contention for the win. But we ended up getting 4, which was Matt Payne, James Golding, Dave Reynolds, and Cooper Murray. And it came really down to those. So the first 3 that were really battling it out for the win was Cooper Murray, James Golding, Ryan Wood actually, and then later on Matt Payne. But then Ryan Wood's engine decided, well, I don't know if it was the engine. Maybe it was like a gearbox issue that just started making it like stutter to I think second one of the gears. And then we also had Brock Feeney crash out, or didn't really crash out of the race. It just bent it in Forrest Albo, and which really ended his race. Although he did, at the end of the race, he did recover back to 8th, which is pretty good. And then for the next half of the race, it was then Matt Payne, James Gordon, and then Cooper Murray. And then the last 5 laps came around. And, oh, I forgot about the cautions as well. there were a ton. It also nearly made the race go to like 7 hours long, and those last 10 laps. So the Supercars Championship channel actually has a video of the last 10 laps, so if you want to check that out, it's really entertaining. And you can also see how much water. This Bathurst circuit really just became a swimming pool. This race was insane. And so this on the fifth lap, on the fifth to last lap, James Golding made a pretty skeptical move on Cooper Murray, which really ended up nearly sending Cooper Murray into the wall at Griffin's Bend, and that let Matt Payne through into the race lead, and he held the race lead until the last lap. But because of the incident between James Golding and Cooper Murray, that means James Golding got a 5-second time penalty. Now the rules for time penalties is that if you are in front of the car, you have to get over 5 seconds, and that to make that less, to make that penalty not penalize you and send you back down the grid. And David Reynolds was back in, he was like 2 seconds behind on like the 5th lap. And on the last lap he was right there. He almost passed Matt Payne for basically the race win at that point, because I think the gap was between like 7 seconds from James Golding to Matt Payne. 0.7 seconds. So that was effectively for the race win, a race win. And after the last lap, it was Matt Payne and Garth Tander for the win. Although if you look at that epic last 10 laps video, it does show James Golding crossing line first, but he never won it because of the 5-second time penalty. So it was Matt Payne and Garth Tander that got the spot over James Golding, as well as David Reynolds getting the spot of second place over James Golding as well. So it was Matt Payne first, then David Reynolds second, and then for the podium it was James Golding. And it was so nerve-wracking. It was literally a race that you could literally watch at the edge of your seat. It was, man, that race I know, like, since 2019 the Bathurst 1000 lost its aura a little bit and then the next gen supercars came out that lost more of its aura, and then 2025 might have just brought that back. I am excited for the race next year. It could be bad, it could be good. So, I don't know. So, let's talk about the similarities and the differences between the 2014 Bathurst 1000 and the 2025 Bathurst 1000. The similarities is that the eventual race winner, Matt Payne, and for 2025, and the 2014 one was Chaz Mostert, has started from the back of the field. Matt Payne started 18th, and I think Chaz Mostert started around 22 or 23, 24, 25, I believe. And yeah. and it was really it was also another similarity is it was literally a fight for that last lap win. Really between Matt Payne and David Reynolds. Yeah. So another difference is, there's only like one difference. It was in the 2025 edition was in the rain. The Bathurst 2014 Bathurst 1000 was in very hot conditions, so very, very weirdly different weather. Interesting. And then another similarity is that the winner, Matt Payne, and from the 2025 and the 2014 winner, Chaz Mustard, was driving a Ford, although the Ford that Chaz Mustard was driving was a Falcon, and Matt Payne was driving a Mustang. And yeah, so if you like this video, subscribe. Why not? I'll see you next video. Peace. Subscribe.